Welcome to Business with Louis, the show where we explore the world of entrepreneurship and help you turn your ideas into action. Today, we're going to dive into a fascinating topic, modern monetary theory, or MMT. This concept has been gaining traction in recent years, and it's essential to understand its principles and applications if you want to navigate the complex world of business and economics. So, what is modern monetary theory? In simple terms, MMT is an economic theory that suggests that a country with its own currency, like the US, can never go bankrupt. This idea challenges traditional thinking about government spending, taxation, and monetary policy. The core principle of MMT is that a country's economy is not limited by its tax revenue, but rather by the availability of resources, such as labor, materials, and technology. To understand MMT better, let's look at its historical background. The concept was first introduced by economist Warren Mosler in the 1990s, and it has since been developed and refined by other economists, including Stephanie Kelton and Randall Wray. One of the key influences on MMT is the work of economist John Maynard Keynes, who argued that government spending can help stimulate economic growth during times of recession. The first principle is that a country with its own currency has the power to create money. This means that the government can spend money without being limited by tax revenue. The second principle is that taxes do not fund government spending. Instead, taxes help regulate the economy by reducing inflation and maintaining full employment. The third principle is that the government should prioritize full employment and social welfare over balancing the budget. To illustrate how MMT works in practice, let's look at some real-world examples. One notable case study is the U.S. government's response to the 2008 financial crisis. The Federal Reserve implemented quantitative easing, which involved creating new money to purchase assets and stimulate economic growth. This move helped stabilize the economy and prevent a deeper recession. Another example is the Australian government's Job Guarantee Program, which provides a job to anyone who wants to work. This program helps maintain full employment and reduces poverty and inequality. The program is funded by the government, which creates new money to pay for it. One key takeaway is that understanding MMT can help you navigate the complex world of government policy and economics. By recognizing that the government has the power to create money, you can better anticipate and respond to changes in the economy. For example, if you're a business owner, you might be interested in taking out a loan to invest in your company. If you understand MMT, you'll know that the interest rate on your loan is not determined by the government's need to balance its budget, but rather by the state of the economy and the availability of resources. Here are some actionable tips for applying MMT in your business or career. 1. Stay informed about economic trends and policy changes. Keep up to date with the latest news on government spending, taxation, and monetary policy. 2. Diversify your investments. Consider investing in a mix of assets, including stocks, bonds, and real estate, to reduce your exposure to any one particular market or sector. 3. Develop a flexible business strategy. Be prepared to adjust your business plan in response to changes in the economic environment. 4. Focus on social welfare. Consider how your business can contribute to social welfare and full employment, rather than just focusing on profit maximization. In addition to these tips, it's essential to understand some key business concepts related to MMT. One important concept is the idea of aggregate demand, which refers to the total amount of spending in an economy. Another key concept is the idea of fiscal policy, which refers to the use of government spending and taxation to influence the economy. To illustrate these concepts, let's consider a case study. Suppose you're a business owner who wants to invest in a new project. If you understand aggregate demand, you'll know that the success of your project depends on the overall level of spending in the economy. If aggregate demand is high, your project is more likely to succeed. On the other hand, if aggregate demand is low, you may need to adjust your business strategy to account for the reduced spending. In terms of fiscal policy, suppose the government announces a new tax cut. If you understand MMT, you'll know that the tax cut will not necessarily lead to an increase in government debt. Instead, the tax cut will help stimulate economic growth by increasing aggregate demand. In conclusion, modern monetary theory offers a unique perspective on the relationship between government spending, taxation, and monetary policy. By understanding M&T, you can gain insights into the workings of economies and make more informed decisions as a business leader or investor. Remember, every great business starts with action, and sometimes that means challenging conventional wisdom to find new opportunities. As my colleague, economist Stephanie Kelton, once said, the goal of economic policy should be to promote full employment, price stability, and social welfare, not to balance the budget. By applying the principles of MMT, you can contribute to a more prosperous and equitable economy and achieve success in your business or career. If you want to learn more about modern monetary theory and its applications, check out our resources page for links to articles, books, and online courses. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on social media for more insights and analysis on the world of business and economics. Like, share, and subscribe. And remember, every great business starts with action. Make your next move count.